Hello dear friends of fast commissioning! Here at the DigiDemo machine there are several logical units. With the S7-1500 and the functionality software units in TIA Portal, you have the possibility to structure your user program and divide it into logical units. We will now show you how this works and how a faster commissioning can be realized. An automation application was created with TIA Portal version 15.1 and shall offer a comfortable way to commission a PLC by several people at the same time. To mitigate the need of synchronization of each other's changes while commissioning, they are going to use the new partly consistent download via software units. The preparation and workflow as well as other benefits alongside the unit usage will be content of this screencast. Before we dive into the commissioning of the application, we first need to accomplish the same precondition in the engineering phase to create a meaningful software unit environment for the best user experience. We start with the creation of the TIA project and separate the application into a functional software container where we like to implement our technological task or just use it as a stock for the library elements and interface data blocks. This collection of blocks and editors of all the software elements like for example alarms, types or tags, we name software units or in short units from now on. Unix coexists next to your familiar global configuration with its program blocks. In theory, each unit can be developed independently and because of its own software container structure designed to be executable and loadable by its own. Therefore, the software and block access between units are deactivated by default and design, but in reality, you often need data to be exchangeable and simplified across all units, and that's why we introduce relations between units and from units to certain elements from the global configuration. There are the following types of relations: unit relation, global optimized DB outside of software units relation, and technology object relation. With the help of relations, you gain access to all the software elements from your relation target, but only such which are defined as published from the unit creator. Currently, blocks like FC, FB, DB, as well as data types can be set to publish. This publish attribute is introduced within the corresponding property page of the software element in the unit. Let's say we would like to collect all our library elements in a library-themed unit and grant other unit creators call access to them. Therefore, just declare your blocks and types as published. Now, other units only need to create a relation to this library unit to use published types, variables and blocks in familiar fashion. Now, after the functional separation of the application and the finalized data exchange, it's time to go for an initial download to the PLC. Following by distributing project copies to the colleagues from the commissioning team. So for a successful teamwork, it's important to also split the team responsibilities according to the application unit distribution. Think about who should commission what unit, maybe even define your units based on that. Thus, all colleagues separately go online to the PLC with their project copy in order to work on the unit further development. In doing so, they also can test, change and optimize the application within their scope of responsibility, and finally delta download their unit to the PLC. Due to the modular project structure and logical units, the TIA Portal compiler only needs to care about the correctness of the elements used in the unit to ensure the consistency. That means a unit download will proactively exclude elements or blocks which are not relevant for the unit execution. A synchronization of possible changes from the other colleagues is not necessary anymore. The software elements of the other independent units will be kept inconsistent regarding the online PLC project. This behavior essentially improves the performance while commissioning thanks to the partly consistent download of the software changes. At the end of the day, we recommend to completely synchronize at least one of the project copy with all the elements from the online PLC to archive and save a consistent project. In general, software units provide a smart way to structure, develop, protect and distribute entire program parts to your favor. For that, the TIA Portal library concept can be used. To reach the best runtime performance of the PLC and also to create a software architecture of tomorrow, software units are exclusively designed for optimized programming and symbolic addressing. Now you have seen how you can get your program up and running very quickly with the help of software units. Good luck with your implementation.
Siemens. Ingenuity for life.